Hello everyone, I'm in Southampton at the moment and I'm on my way to vote in the UK general election. I've always wanted to see what it's like to be the first to vote, and now I'm going to have a try. In case you didn't know, the polls open here in the UK at 7 o'clock in the morning and go on till 10 o'clock in the evening. Gosh, it's very much like any other day here in Southampton. I'm in Southampton on the south coast. Lovely sunny day. There's the sun all shining over there. It's all nice and calm at the moment, and just think that during the day everybody's going to be voting in the UK, and at the end of the day the votes will have been cast for a new government for another 5 years. It seems strange walking along in a nice bit of quietness at the moment. Sorry, is it not very clear? I keep trying, hope it'll get clearer. Wonder why it's not focusing that well. Perhaps it'd be better when I come out in the sunshine. Anyway, as I said, I'm in Southampton, in the Southampton Test constituency, and our MP's name is Alan Whitehead. We're Labour here. It's 2,413 majority. Oh, thanks very much for that. Bit worried. I'm sort of trying to really get in first here, and I'm a bit, you know, enthusiastic about it. So as I say, we're on the south coast, Southampton Test, and I have the privilege to work with our MP every month. He comes to where I work and he talks to everybody who comes there with his problems, so I see an MP in action. Regardless of the politics, our MP is a very nice man, he's a very honourable man, and as I said, I can see an MP in action. Other countries have, I know, proportional representation and you don't get to see what your MP does. Who am I going to vote? Well, I think it might be quite obvious in what I'm saying. All I'm saying is I see our sitting Labour MP every month, and I think he's a very honourable man. And regardless of politics, if I think he's doing a good job and helping people, then I think in fact he gets my vote. I'm coming down towards our polling station, and I've got my pack with me. Show that in front of the screen. Shows the various candidates. Look, vote Alan Whitehead is the MP. Then we've got the Conservatives there, Liberal Democrats. There's my polling card, and we got other candidates such as TUSC, whoever they are. Got the Greens, and we got UKIP. The road on ahead, by the way, is going on down is the Southampton city centre, and my polling station is just round on the right hand side. Just look up the road, it's still lovely sunshine all in the morning. Just trying to think of question. Oh, at the last general election, in case people aren't always here from the UK, the Conservatives had just over 300, Labour I think had about 260, and Liberals I think had about 50. What they're predicting is the outcome of today is that the Conservatives and Labour will be somewhat neck and neck. Liberals will have dropped a lot, and the Scottish Nationalists in Scotland will have virtually all the seats in Scotland, so in many ways they'll be quite a powerful force now. Just crossing the road. Our polling station's just round the corner, by the way. As I said to people just joining, I always wanted to know what it was going to be like being one of the first people to poll in the general election, and hopefully now I'm going to find out. Polling station's just down here on the right hand side at Bannister School. In quite a nice part of Southampton here, quite nice houses, and just down here on the left hand side is where the old football ground for the Southampton Football Club used to be. Now they've moved to St Mary's. Morning. And so as you can see, quite nice houses, lots of green trees and etc. Like I say, when I come to the polling station, very often in this country we have people who are quite enthusiastic on the day. They might say, "Oh, you can't have the camera showing here, etc. This is a polling station, etc." Well, look, you can see two people down there, I think, waiting to go in. So there is a wee bit of a queue. When you get to 10 o'clock tonight, then you have all the BBC programmes, television programmes, etc. And they say, polls opened early in the morning, and there was a brisk turnout, etc., etc. At the moment, I think I can only see two. Right, this is our polling station. It's a new school actually. It's Bannister Road School. Quite a nice building. And I say you've got somebody else just to vote. Yeah, as I say, I like living here. It's quite near to Southampton Common. Morning. Are you queuing to vote? Doing one of these new Periscope broadcast things. I wanted to hopefully get people around the world to see what it's like being first to vote. What time are we at the moment?
Pardon?
What time are we at the moment?
It's 20 to 7 at the moment.
Oh.
20 minutes.
I think I might have to resume my broadcast. I don't think I can keep talking for another 20 minutes.
Yeah.
What did they say? Oh, the Conservatives have been taking a beating in Canada this week.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's 20 to 7 here, this gentleman's just told me. And so the polls are actually going to open at 7 o'clock. So I assume somebody's going to come out with a banner or something and say polling station.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't look up the road. It's all very quiet here at the moment. I thought they'd have put something out by now.
Yeah, possibly. I know. That assumes some level of organisation.
Yeah. So it's just me and this gentleman that's queuing at the moment. Not a high turnout. I looked up my stats, and in the last general election we had 61% of the people eligible to vote in this constituency was against a UK average of 65%. So a bit miserable.
Yeah.
It's quite a thing in this country. I'm talking in case you wonder I'm rabbiting around. Because I'm going to lose all my viewers. I had up to about 10, but I've got down to 3 now. I think they're losing interest with it. Yeah, what other anecdotes? Oh, I know. Where I work, we have our MP hold his constituency surgery. I'm able to talk to him. So I went in the other day and said, hello Alan. So he said, oh hello. I said, you don't need to worry about the general election, it's all over. He said, what do you mean? I said, well, I've done the work on the opinion polls, and I said, and you're going to get him in an increased majority. I said, UKIP are going to decimate the Lib vote, and you're going to slightly increase your share. So I said, don't worry, we're getting in. And he put both fists up in the air and he said, hurrah, thanks very much. So I thought that was a nice friendly little conversation with your sitting MP. As I said, look, they're coming to open the gate. Hello, hello. Yeah, these are the people coming to open the polling station. What's it, 7:15 now? I think they'll come and put signs up in a minute and say, oh, this is a polling station. so far nobody said stop that filming. You have
Yeah, don't tell them that. But at the European elections, I took a little photo of myself in the box before casting my vote. And if you don't show, if you've not marked up your candidates, if you've not marked up any of the boxes, it's perfectly legal to take a little photo of yourself. So I'm told.
I don't think I'm never going to have to go in with this thing and start filming.
You have to be quite sly about it.
This unnamed gentleman and I were discussing the whys and wherefores of whether you can actually take a picture of yourself while in the polling situation, but not so sure. He's obviously braver than I am. And so here are the look like greenhouses, but they could be bike sheds. Yeah, bike sheds. I guess the people that do these polling stations are all volunteers, aren't they?
Yes, I think
Yeah,
so.
they don't get so.
Oh, I think they might get paid actually.
Oh,
I have a friend who's counting in Windsor.
Oh, right.
Who I think is getting paid, but I don't know. I have no idea if they're
I don't know if you can hear him, but this gentleman is saying that a friend of his is actually involved in the counting in the Windsor constituency. Windsor being further towards London than Southampton. I never know whether I got some kind people are actually viewing this from abroad. More things that they find my broadcast exciting. So after this flurry of activity a few minutes ago, no prizes for being the first to vote. You think they might have come out with a nice cup of tea or something, but obviously they're somewhat busy. Still not a great queue here, it's just me and this other gentleman, so there's still two of us. And let's show you the see, Bannister Primary School. Bannister Primary School. It's very nice, as I say, it's a super school. It hasn't been built long. We're quite lucky, aren't we, to have a brand new school. Nice trees. Down there further on the left hand side was where the former Southampton football ground used to be. It was called the Dell. I went to see Southampton play Arsenal in 1970 there, and they beat them 2-0. Oh, by the way, can't take the opportunity of not saying hurrah for Bournemouth for getting in the Premiership. As you can see, doors are open to the polling station. What time are we now?
Just after 2:15.
I was a volunteer poll worker in San Francisco. Oh, very good. Are you still in San Francisco now? I love San Francisco. I've been there once. I think it's one of my favourite cities on earth. I love San Francisco because it was so chilled. Yeah, I guess I'd like to actually know what difference there is between an election procedure as it happens on the day in England and one in America. I should have done a bit more research there. As people know, we elect constituency MPs here. Wow, in Honolulu! Gosh, I'm seeing everywhere where I know and love. I went to Honolulu in 2013, spent 3 weeks there. Well, a week in Honolulu, and then I went on a cruise round all the islands. Oh, I wish I was back there now. It's so lovely. Waikiki Beach early in the morning. Always perfect weather. Even when it rains in Honolulu, it's warm rain. Gosh, you're very lucky. Yeah, so back here in the United Kingdom, in Southampton, although it was a nice morning this morning, we had some really warm weather here about a couple of weeks ago, 18-19 degrees centigrade. It settled down to